Hello, I'm Aaron and welcome back to the Laststandgamers channel. So today we're checking out another really cool creation from the Steam Workshop. So here in front of us we have the Revelation. Now this is a giant assault carrier with more hangars than you can probably shake a stick at. And this has been created by Birds of Prey. So let's actually have a little bit of adjusting of the light here. You can see this ship seems to disappear when all the black areas are without any sunlight, so you can see just what we've got here. It is giant in scale, so I'll quickly move myself close to it. There you go, you can see just how small I am compared to the rest of the ship. And we'll start on the exterior and we'll work our way around and inside. So starting here at the front, you can see it's still a little bit dark. Can we get a little bit more light over here, please? Let's see what we can do, see if we can get a bit more sunshine going on. That might be the best we've got at the moment. So if we have a look around here at the front, you can see that we've got a various number of different hangar bays. At the top, we've got one of these little small ones, perfect for drones or repair bots. There's also a little bridge up there. But we've also got these giant, really cool looking antennas. There's a little bit of detailing with that red light there on the end. That looks really cool coming off them rotors. There's some interior turrets. There's a little bit of protection. And as we drop down, we enter into the two larger hangars. Something that I do think is pretty cool, but is a bit of a performance issue sometimes, is these lovely holographic doors in front of the hangar. So there's the lower hangar bay there, and down here we have a ramp. Now this ramp is for the deployable vehicle section that I'll show you later on. Down here we have the wheels for when this thing comes to land on a planet. Yes, it can go down to planets. So you can see the white armor wraps around the body, and there is some really cool things here that I've got to show you. So first off, we've got the turrets here. Now these turrets ain't any normal turrets. Behind here we have a self-repair system, perfect for if you're in a battle and your turrets get knocked out. I see a lot of ships with fiery turrets and nothing shooting at, and they lose the fight. We've also got this in here. So you might be thinking, what's that? Why is there gravity and welders? Well, this actually deploys some sort of decoy system to prevent missiles and other Gatling fire from shooting at the ship if it happens to get into a fight. But you'd expect a large fleet around this guy. So let's continue moving a little bit further back. You can see how the armor wraps around into this section, and we've actually got a number of different escape pods here on the side. These red and white escape pods, perfect for getting out of dodge if the ship happens to explode or you lose the fight. So you can see there's two little cockpits in here that you can escape. So 2 people cockpits, and we've got, I think it's 5 of them on either side, so that's 10 cockpits. 20 people can escape. Very cool indeed. Working our way up, we've got some more cool little systems. We've also got these little doorways here that help release the decoy system for out there. Very nice indeed. And as we come around the top, we're on the upper deck. So we've got a massive deck here for landing ships. We've got a central deck for a larger ship, and we've got the rear of these hangar bays here. So this is a large one and another little small one, perfect for drones up here. Now if we go down, you'll notice we wrap around the hull. You can see more white armor protection. We've got the little escape pods, but we're entering into this hollow area in the center, and this is the rear or forward entrance, I don't really particularly know, to the large hangars in here. Look at these guys, these are awesome. You've got pretty much access to the lower deck as well. You've got each one of these little landing pads with a pad underneath it. Really cool indeed. And what's great about this is it means that there's not just one entrance and exit to a hangar, so you can have flying in one way and leaving the other. So if there is a battle situation, you can have repair ships that need to come in for repairs coming in through one way, and the ones ready for action going out the other. Of course, throughout the ship we have more of these little self-welding gravity devices. These are great for also stopping gravity weapons from hitting your ship, disrupting the gravitational field around your target. So coming around the back area here, we'll actually loop around. You can see we've got this conning tower. Now, these conning towers, both front and back, have these really cool little radar arrays. So you can see we've got a spinning disc down there, and we've also got the dish up here that rotates, well, the front one at least rotates anyway, and we've got the communication systems there. We've also got a bridge here. Now, I'm not too sure if this is the main bridge, but you can see I've also locked down all the windows on this ship, the blast doors. These come in really handy because if you're just adding windows to the ships, guys, you really need to think about if that window breaks, could you lose a vital part of your ship? So let's rotate and come down here. So coming down into this section, we have got the rear sort of control area. You'll notice that these airtight doors over systems, and behind here we actually have one of the engine bays. We've also got another decoy system with the gravity field there pushing blocks away if they happen to come in place. And as we wrap around here, we're into the rear engine housing. You can see the cool lighting on the sign up there. And then around the back, of course, we have the thrusters that are mainly made of spotlights, but you can see behind here the actual engine bay tucked away there. So that's a cool little detail feature. And we've got another decoy system there that I'll have to show you about. So that is pretty much all of the exterior for you to see. A really nice ship. So let's go inside. Let's enter through this little platform. Now through this little platform is the main sort of docking area, and the floors will get really complicated in here. So I'm going to do my best to try to get to some of the fun and exciting rooms of the ship. So out here you can see we've got the engine room in this section. You can see lots of the systems on this ship are built so they can be self-welded and continuously repaired. That's always a really smart idea to do. And you can see there is also merge blocks in this section, so it can be attached and detached depending on the situation. Or maybe it's just something to look cool, I'm not too sure. But we'll go through here and we'll continue on. So if you're navigating these giant staircases, you will see we'll head to the engine and cargo. Look at that. Ooh, that is some sort of engine room. You can see they use the tyres for detailing along the top. They've got ladders going up the battery box. Very cool indeed. And then that leads back through to this section. So these windows on here actually overlook this long hallway, and the interior turrets in the ship, there's so bloody many of them. If you got inside here, you'd be in some deep trouble. You can see just make it to the end of that corridor would be an issue. You definitely wouldn't want to be boarded. So this is staircase middle right. They've still got some more information. We've got the dropship hangar up here, and this runs the full length of the ship and even into the hangar bays around here at the front. So there we go, staircase front right. So you can see from these you can navigate around the ship quite easily. Let's just pop through a few of the floors and show you some of the areas. So you can see the other hangar bay there. And if I enter into there, you can see how these are all plumbed up. Lots of plumbing, lots of wiring going into these. A lot of connectors, to be honest. It might be a little bit difficult when it comes to performance and lag if you did take this into a multiplayer world with all the checks running on each one of them connectors. So let's head back over to the bridge area. So we're not going into that one. We're actually heading into this area here. Now inside this bridge, there is plenty of buttons. And each one of the buttons has been really tediously laid out. This is a really complex system, but at the same time, when it was done, it sits perfectly in front of you. So I'll come into the chair, and if I sit down, you can see that all these little lights coincide with different things. So we can actually bring up our tab and we can activate the remote control so we can start controlling things. And then once we're on this menu, we can start playing with the various different triggers. So we can trigger the engines, the main jump drives, the landing gear. But some of the cool things I want to show you as we're jumping through here, just to make sure, this is the vehicle ramp. So if I hit number 5, the vehicle ramp will deploy. The vehicle ramp's located around the front here. So when you landed on a planet, you can deploy this quickly, get a few vehicles on the ground and get them battling. Inside the vehicle area, you've also got this ramp as well. So this can take you to a second vehicle area where you can store more vehicles. Very, very cool indeed. I really like the look at that. Let's continue on. Of course, if we go back to our HUD menu and we go on to the next menu, we have flak turrets, so we can turn our flak turrets on and off. But notice how the lights light up. So we've just disabled our flak turrets then. So if I activate them, it'll go green. That means they're engaged. If I activate my CIWS, it engages with the green light. And interior defenses, you can see it goes with the green light. I really think this is cool. I like the idea of it laid out. If this got broken though in a fight, I think I'd be a little bit upset after plumbing it all up. So of course we've got the window shutters. So the windows to our right, this is actually shutters for the whole ship. So if I just come down into this section in the middle and we activate some shutters, you'll see that all the shutters on the deck are like that. We hit number 5 and it seals us up, pretty much ready for battle mode if need be. We've also got the main shield and the main shield off. I'm not too sure what shield it's working on or what system, but let's continue going through the menus. You can see it's all labelled in the centre, which menu does which. So as we go to number 4, so menu 4 is that one. We've got decoy left, so we can quickly reference that and drop a decoy. You'll see them fly out the side of the ship in a second. You can see the gravity's powering up. You can see a little bit of lag, and there goes one of the decoys out the side. You see the little black specks. Let's launch decoys in all directions, and we'll guarantee to see at least one of them, aren't we? We've even got a decoy on the back, and I think this is really cool because it means that it'll distract some of the enemy's fire away to one of these decoys, and it might even save the day. So there we go, it's loading up. We're trying to find any of these decoys launching out. Come on, decoys. That's all them. There we go. There's one going out the back. There's two going up the top, and I think we've also had two go out the bottom. So a really cool little system. Let's keep going. So that's all the decoys done. Now on this menu, we actually have our shield repair, turret repair, and I think these are activated. So we can activate our shield repair, we can activate them on and off. This is just awesome. If you understand the system and you've built it, it could be so quick to reference everything and quickly activate controls. I'm really tempted to build something like this in a smaller ship perhaps, just so you can see what's activated and what's not with the green lights and the various buttons. Now, how does this thing drive? That's my question. And it drives exactly as you would expect. It is a slow, lumbering ship. So if we go back to the ridge, you see we're picking up speed 3 to 4 meters a second. We actually have some interesting different options here. You can see we've got the repair shields, we've got the tilt engines, that is on 1.1. That's what I'm interested about. What's the tilt engines going to do? So we've activated the tilt engines. I'm looking for anything that's tilting or rotating. I can feel it tilting and rotating. Now let's see what happens. I can see, oh, is it tilting inside? Now that would be cool, wouldn't it? If we go inside here. Oh, look at that. The whole engine bay inside tilts into position. Wow. That is quite a system, isn't it? So let me guess, it turns ion? Maybe from atmospheric or some sort of setup? I'm not too sure. Or does it tilt so you can, you know, move around at different angles, and that lag there's the merge blocks locking back in place. Very cool. Interesting feature. I wonder exactly why that is. Maybe it just helps with maneuverability and cuts down on thrusters. So our gyroscopic movement is very slow. It's probably one of the heaviest feeling ships that I've actually piloted. You see a lot of heavy ships like this have a lot of gyroscopes stored somewhere, but a lot of the space has been used for hangar bays or cool things around the place. So really nice indeed. Let's slow this down and we'll wrap it up with a quick look at the crew quarters. So you can see the ship is now slowing down, slow deacceleration, and inside here we've got the various crew quarters. God, we're going to have to wait for it to slow down or we're never going to see anything, I don't think. But as we enter in, you can see the quarters. You've got fighter quarters, you've got crew quarters, any quarters you need, you've got them here. And if you get lost in here, then of course there's a little turret here just to get you out of the, you know, put you out your misery being lost. Very cool. Nice little compact quarters. Lovely vessel. I really recommend that you go and check this out for yourself on the Steam Workshop. It is a lovely design. Anyway, let's thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.